Good morning. Happy Friday. It is Dr. Ashley Romanchuk, and this is my daily Pranayama class, focused breath, occurring 8 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, weekdays. This entire class is run by donation, so email transfers to my email, akromanchuk, akromanchuk@gmail.com. This teaches Kriya Yoga, which is under Mahavatar Babaji, a long old lineage of yoga. This is also great for anyone that is wearing a mask. In this pandemic, we are doing special breaths every day for especially reoxygenating the blood and detoxifying the body when you're wearing a mask and exhaling, but then inhaling, your exhaled air and also the bacteria that might be on your mouth. It's just a great time to spend some extra time breathing. This class is wonderful to do from your own bed. Before teaching this class, I would just wake up and open my windows. Always open your windows so you're breathing in fresh air, but I would just breathe from my bed before I would get up in the morning. It's also great to sit if you're sitting on a bit of a cushion so your hips are forward. Definitely open your windows, so if you're seated, wear something that's warm. You might want some water next to you, and you might want a tissue next to you as well. Each week we're introducing new breath techniques. If this is your first class, you can start from here, but you might also want to go over the past weeks. We are into the end of our 4th week already. Foundational structural knowledge is given each class, especially when we're introducing new breaths. This is a practical class. I do give some information which is required to learn proper breath techniques, but this is basically a breathing class. So as every morning, we attune to our breath by just going inwards and paying attention to our breath in through our nose and out. Don't change the breath, just attune. In this attunement, you can also attune to how you're feeling this morning, how your week's been, any intentions for your day. It's a great way to tune to how you're feeling and how your body is doing. Did you eat something that was unhealthy for you? Through yogic awareness, one can move into a higher state of health just by being more conscious and aware of themselves. So, breathing in through the nose and out. And as I state every class, I am a naturopathic doctor. That is my title. This is not medical advice or treatment. However, this is essentially yoga. And there is no connection to naturopathic medicine besides the fact that that's just my title as something I learned. So breathing in through your nose and out. you're breathing in, your belly should be going out. So this means you're breathing from your diaphragm, which is where you want to be breathing. If you're breathing in and your chest is moving, try to move it down to your diaphragm so that you breathe in and your belly moves out. And we can start slightly deepening the breath, perhaps for a breath of 4 or getting close to a count of 4 when we're breathing in through our nose. So release. If you have some stress in your life or in your body, perhaps let out some sighs. So if you are lying in your bed, make sure your sacrum, the triangular bone between your hips, is flat on the bed. Elongate your spine, so maybe move your hips a little bit down the bed. Bring your shoulders back and down onto the bed, elongate your neck. Just have a straight spine for this. Breathing can and will change the structural formation of the skeletal system, and obviously the muscular and organ system. Breath work does a lot. Breath work moves your lymphatic system, your immune system, digestive system, cerebrospinal fluid, obviously your lungs, your cardiovascular system. Breath is one of the best ways to heal the body, next to sweating and then urination and defecation. Breath is actually one of the most detoxifying ways. So this really helps take a burden off the liver and the kidneys. They would say that a very advanced yogi could be poisoned, and through him or her breathing properly, nothing would actually happen. So that's pretty cool. You can expel a lot of toxins through your breath. Oh yeah, and crying actually expels a lot of chemical toxins, which is very fascinating. That's why you feel really good after a good cry. You actually expelled toxic debris from your body. If you are seated, you have 2 bony, you can sit on them, or you can put your hands on them and feel them. Bony sit bones, and make sure that they are both planted firmly into the ground and equal. You can cross your legs. If crossing your legs is not easy for you, I suppose loosely cross your legs. You want to have your hips, your ribs, shoulders in alignment. You are using your abdominal muscles. So breathing properly means your abdominal muscles are engaged so that your lungs have room to expand. You want your shoulders back and down, away from your ears. Having your shoulders up to your ears is a telltale sign that you are stressed out in your life. And for us that are trained in some of the more body language, there is a truth to body language in people. So people that walk around with they're often quite stressed out. So back and down. Ears, jaw relax. Think of a ribbon, bringing your head up to the roof. You want your forehead, your nose, and your chin tucked in towards the posterior wall. What this does is it aligns your cervical spine. So now we're breathing in for a count of 4, breathing out for a count of 4. Just really noticing our central channel. All through our nose. Our tongue is always at the roof of our mouth, always. Behind our 2 front teeth. That is proper breathing technique. Take that into real life with you. Especially exercise. A lot of people will be huffing and puffing in exercise. You want to be controlling your breath. So tongue at the roof of your mouth is the best way to do it. It controls your heart rate. So we're going to add the restraining part of this breath at the top of the inhale and the bottom of the exhale. So breathing in for 4, restrain the breath just for a moment. Breathe out for 4, restrain the breath just for a moment. In this place of restraint, fall into this energy, the energy here. Explore the energy here, really feel it. This is the place of peace, and this is how we start to manifest peace into our body and into our daily life. So this is sattva, and it is a very peaceful, serene place. So breathing in for 4, and then zip it up, pause, breathe out for 4, zip it up, pause. Feel those places at the top of the breath, the bottom of the breath. We're going to practice this for the next several minutes. I'm going to be quiet. You all count on your own. Practice taking the quality of peace, sattva, found at the top of the breath and the bottom of the breath with you as you inhale and exhale. This is a practice. how you become a very peaceful person. So breathe in for 4, pause, fall into this place, grab this place of peace, take it with you as you exhale for 4, pause, fall into this place of peace, inhale for 4, exhale for 4. Pause. Okay, we're going to go into Nadi Shodhana, alternate nostril breathing. This brings higher state of mind, also peace to the body, sattva qualities, and balance. Balance is a big one, so this can balance the thyroid gland, balance hormones, balance out depression and anxiety, which is often occurring on a spectrum. Okay, so people are not typically just depressed, they also have anxiety, or same with anxious people, and then depression is a spectrum. Left and right hemispheres of the brain. So if you're an overly logical person, this can bring you into more balance with your emotional nature, which we all have. If you're an overly emotional person, this can bring you into balance with your more logical, rational nature. Again, we all have. So pinky ring finger governs the left nostril, middle and pointer finger, the third eye, and your thumb governs the right nostril. We are going to breathe in for 4 through the right nostril, plug the right nostril, unplug the left nostril, breathe out for 4 through the left nostril. Breathe in for 4 through the left nostril, plug the left nostril, unplug the right nostril, breathe out for 4 and repeat. Okay, you all have to count on your own because I can't count and talk at the same time. Or I can't breathe and count at the same time. So we'll all begin through the right nostril. Breathing in for 4. Last two. Just breathe normally for a little minute. A little minute, what a word. Through the nose and out. Notice if there's any difference here. If you need to move your head, breathing will move the spine, absolutely. So bring it into balance. So yeses are a very safe way to move the head and the spine. Nose, ear to shoulder, very gently, don't push. You can stretch the whole side of your neck this way. Other ear to shoulder. And then look to your armpits. Stretches kind of the back side. And then we've done this before. So you're not letting your head drop back when you're looking to the roof. You're taking your nose and bringing it to the roof. So it's using your anterior muscles here. And it is a very aligning, it aligns the spine. So bringing your nose up to the roof. And then down, and then bringing your nose over your right shoulder. And then over your left shoulder. And we've got a duck neck, which I've introduced in these classes, anterior. So you're moving on a horizontal plane, just forward, back, very aligning for the very top muscles of the cervical spine. Now we're going to do Nadi Shodhana with a restraint of the breath at the top with inhale and bottom of the inhale for about 20 breaths. So same setup, we've got our ring and pinky finger on our left nostril, middle and pointer finger of our right hand on our third eye, and thumb on our right nostril. Breathe in for 4, plug both nostrils, restrain the breath for a moment, fall into this place. Let the head move where it needs to. Forehead moves to the pointer finger and middle finger. Pointer finger and middle finger move back on the head to line the spine. Then we unplug our left nostril, breathe out for a count of 4, plug them both, restrain the breath for a moment, really settle into this place. Unplug the left side, breathe in for 4, plug them, fall into this place. Unplug the right nostril, breathe out for 4, and repeat. So we're basically just adding a restraint of the breath at the top and the bottom of the inhale. This really moves the cranial bones, cervical spine, really aligns mind and heart. Okay, so heart, as I said yesterday, always connected to truth. Your heart is always connected to truth. That's why all spiritual texts say, follow your heart, follow your heart. Mind lives in duality. The truth of the yogi is above the mind, watches the dual nature of the mind that will always say this and that and this and that, and that's actually both you. But it's this masculine nature that's dual, whereas the heart is a feminine nature unified. And this breath, there's a special nadi, a special channel here that can only be connected to when the mind is in balance. So this balances both, which is essentially like it connects the pineal gland in the heart. And when this is in a coherent state, there is unity in life, which is what you want to have. Yoga is yoga. Yoga is unity, mind, body, soul, everything is unified. And when you're traveling that path, you are in such an alignment in life. It's a very beautiful place. So this Nadi Shodhana, especially with the restraint of the breath, helps balance this. Count on your own. Let's all begin together. So pinky and ring finger, left nostril, middle and thumb, middle and pointer on the third eye and thumb on the right. Breathe in for 4, restrain. Breathe out for 4, restrain. Breathe in for 4, restrain. Breathe out for 4, restrain. Simple. Okay, all breathing together. Last round. Just breathing normally through the nose now. You might notice any difference. You can do yes and no's again. So look over your right shoulder if you want to do a spinal twist and left shoulder. Duck neck. If you notice any clunking or movement of your cranial bones during Nadi Shodhana, that's all right, it's safe. That probably means you have some instability in your skeletal system, which can happen. I would say I've had very poor chiropractic done on me because unfortunately, going through naturopathic medicine, we do it's called naturopathic spinal manipulation, which is essentially chiropractic. And I had years of chiropractic practiced on me and became very hypermobile. So my everything really moves. But just trusting that your body is highly intelligent. It will not do you wrong and it will move in the way that it is need to. So often when I'm breathing in the Nadi Shodhana, I'm like, because everything's moving. Oh my goodness. But it's all right. It's all moving back into balance. And it's taken lots of time with breathing for my skeletal system to come into balance for my body. So what shall we go into next? Let's go into our simple, very reoxygenating breath. We're going to breathe in through our mouth and out. Letting it out. We just let it out. Don't prolong the exhale. We're going to do this one for a few minutes too. So one of the only breaths we will do in and out of our mouth. So as you're breathing in and out of your mouth, I did learn this in naturopathic med school, and do it gently on yourself. It's also your own sovereignty of self. So if you hurt yourself, it's because you did it too hard, not you following me, okay? Gentle. Your ears actually tie into the fascia through your cranial bones. So very gently, kind of pull at different parts of your ears while breathing in and out of your mouth, so nobody's changing that. And it can release some of the interior fascia of your cranial bones, your upper palate. Very gentle. It actually really feels good. So do some yeses and nos at the same time. Chinese medicine, there's auricular. Auricular is the medical term for your ear. Acupuncture And by just playing with the ears, you can also bring the body into balance, which is really neat. Very neat. Breathing in through the mouth, out. You need to swallow a few times. This breath is very drying. This is how somebody starts to breathe as they're preparing for their natural death. So I've seen it myself with my great aunt, Pranayama. I think she was 98 when she passed away, and she started breathing like this. I think the body, well, it was about 10 days as her body prepared for death. So this starts to breathe or dry out the inner channel too. Oxygenates the blood. I was quite fascinated in watching her start to breathe like this. This is also how you breathe if you're got some diabetic acidosis. It's called Cosmo breathing. Cosmo. So start breathing like that. So it's the same breath. Very, 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 very fascinating. Balances the acidity in the body. Really oxygenates the blood really quickly. So it's very similar to a yawn, this breath. Breathing in the mouth and out. By also just relaxing in the out breath, it helps retrain the elasticity of the recoil of the diaphragm, which we need to breathe properly. The diaphragm is a very fascinating muscle in the body that operates differently than any other muscle in the body. Kind of opposite the way the other muscles operate. So this breath helps retrain the elasticity of the diaphragm. Great for anybody suffering from asthma or COPD, where their elasticity of the diaphragm is not as strong. And again, what we've been practicing this week, which now we will take forth into all our breaths. I call it catching the breath. So waiting for the signal, the interior signal for when you actually want to inhale. And all of the breaths, we're going to be doing this. Okay, so it's a new thing to add to our and again, if you're new to this class, you might want to go over the last classes. We have 4 weeks of classes now. And it has given structural and foundational knowledge the whole way through. Smile. Each breath can be a smile. It's a good way to be. So breathing properly can actually put your body into homeostatic balance with your metabolism, with your thyroid gland, with your weight. So breathing properly, another great motivation to start breathing and coming to these breath classes is breathing properly does actually increase your metabolic rate. So can lose weight through breathing properly, actually. If you're, excuse me, new to these classes and you find you are tired breathing, well, it brings you into balance, so it will show you if you are tired. A lot of people on this planet, unfortunately, in North America, are tired. So if you need naps and relaxation after these breath classes, I really suggest doing it. Trying to go to bed an hour earlier. I highly suggest doing that for anybody. Like, sleeping in water are the elixirs of life, for real. Like, people that are like, I'll sleep when I'm done. I'm like, oh no, you've been there earlier than you could if you slept properly, but whatever. If you feel really tired, it's a lot of work. It's called breath work for a reason. So getting through that will actually get you healthier. I highly suggest naps. I made it through naturopathic med school napping. I was so tired. It's a lot of mental energy to study all that time, and 20-minute naps. Game changer. Even just lying in Shavasana, you don't even need to nap. Just go and lie down for just even 10 minutes and relax. Really just get your body into relax mode as much as possible. Your body only regenerates and heals when it's in relaxed state. So it's another motivation to breathe properly. Breathing puts your body into parasympathetic nervous system. There it will regenerate. This breath is such a weird breath, but really reoxygenates the body. Only a couple more breaths and then we'll go into Ujjayi breath. Okay, so Ujjayi breath is one of the fundamental yogic breath techniques. The breath of the seashore, you sound like the ocean. So breathing in through our nose, breathing out, constricting the breath as it comes in. So this means we're starting to use the muscles of our throat to constrict the breath. It is a breath that you just get by doing it. I will try to make it strong so you can hear me. In my in-breath and out-breath, you literally sound like the ocean coming into the seashore and then moving back out into the ocean. That's why it's called the breath of the seashore. Okay, so again, I'll try to make it extra noisy. So there's a slight constriction of the throat. Tongue is always up against the roof of the palate, the higher upper palate of the mouth, roof of the mouth, behind the front teeth, especially for this breath. This breath cycles your prana, your life force energy, in Chinese medicine, your qi, through your meridians. In Vedic, this is called your nadis. There's thousands of them. And it cycles them, so it brings balance to the body. Very important breath. we've oxygenated our blood, but now we have to move it through the body, and this Ujjayi breath does that. So, as you're breathing, playing with your hands, which are extensions of your heart, can also bring balance to the body. They're called mudras. There's a lot of them. The best way to discover them is by playing on your own. So just playing with your hands and noticing what you might need. Okay, so there's lots. I can go like this, and we can stretch, go like this. My personal opinion, maybe it sounds a little judgmental, but I think it's actually pretty on it. Anybody that has disease in their body, it's because they're not connected with their self. So yoga is connecting self with self. Knowing the self, you know the entire world. That's written in the Mundaka, say that right? The Upanishad. To know yourself, you know the whole world. Got big powers. And yogi pays attention. So anybody with like carpal tunnel syndrome, it's like, well, come on. How did you get there? Pay attention. Even just doing this, putting all your fingers together and pushing each finger onto each other. And then pay attention as it moves up the arm into the shoulder. Pretty cool. keeping up with your dry breath. So let's see what time it is, because sometimes I tend to go over time. Oh, it is the end of class. Well, funny that. Okay, we're going to do a detoxifying breath and end the class. Again, this class is run by donation, so please donate. Saying donation is not like, oh, this class is free. It's that it's up to your own integrity. So thank you. This is years of my knowledge and experience and practice coming into fruition, and I do love it. Donations by email transfer to akromanchuk@gmail.com. And detoxifying breath using our drum, out our mouth or out our nose. And we begin by breathing in and then breathing out. We begin on an empty inner channel. So or through the nose. Yes, the nose to realign the spine. I'm going to Om and sit in meditation for a few moments. You're welcome to join me if you are off. Thank you. Have a great day, and I will see you on Monday morning. Many of you are sitting in your home thinking Om. Sitting in your home thinking Om. I should tell me about it. Om is a bit weird. I understand you, but who cares? Aren't those your family members and roommates, people you know really well? So you have to find the urge to Om. Just going for it, it's really fun. I've totally owned the wrong way. Tons of millions, probably not millions, maybe thousands, but hundreds of times. Who cares? Just Om. Eventually get over it.